Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. And boy, we've had a great show today.
Ron Long it's going to get really great now because
we got the classic champion himself on, and I have to say, Edwin Evers, that everybody that's been on before you is spoken of
very highly.
Super Sunday for you, and I guess that's what we'll call it in classic history.
You know, we talked to Trevor Lowe, Keith Combs, and Todd Faircloth earlier.
Yeah,
and they had nothing but admiration of what happened. And we at Outdoors with Larry Ray congratulate you, Edwin, on one fine classic. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, let's just jump right in because I know in the middle of the week he was still in Tulsa. And then on this Saturday morning, he's probably ready to go to down to the St. Johns River in Florida. Edwin, talk about the last day. Let's just talk about it. I mean, what was in your thoughts when you took off that morning? Was your tactics and things like? Because Ron's going to ask you the technical questions. I ask you the stupid ones. But talk a little bit about that Super Sunday.
It was just amazing, just an amazing day. It's not real often that when you make decisions like that they pan out like you want them to do. And by no means do I want to ever sound like I thought I'd catch 29 pounds, but I really thought I could go in there and catch me 2 or 3 big ones and then go catch me my limit fish somewhere else.
Yeah.
And, man, it just worked out. I don't know what else. It was just a blessing from above, and I couldn't have scripted it any better than to win the Classic that way in front of my hometown crowd.
Yes, and that's, again, we're talking to Edwin Evers of Talala, Oklahoma, which I think which is population, as they would say on back in the old days. What's the population of Talala?
It's not very many.
Not very many.
Not very many at all.
So the parade has already been planned for you. I mean,
there wouldn't be anybody on the sidelines because there's just not more.
Well, I will tell you this: there'll be a bunch of pecan trees waiting for you.
Yeah, we know all about that.
But Edwin, you got up to your spot the last morning there, I guess Sunday morning at the Classic. You told the crowd at the end there that you kind of had your doubts a little bit because it just really wasn't quite right when you got there, right?
It wasn't quite windy enough. You know, when I got there, it's just really clear water.
Mm-hmm.
And the wind wasn't blowing. You know, I went up there on the forecast that the wind was really going to blow.
It was supposed to blow hard.
What's that?
It was supposed to have blown hard that morning, yeah.
Yep. And I got up there and I got a little antsy, and I was kind of fishing up to where they are, and I was like, man, I just need to get on up there where they are. And right as I'm going up there starts to get a little ripple on the water, you know, breaking up my outline, and I get up to where that first log is that I shook one off, and I caught one of them great big ones, and really settled me down and really started working them over.
Well, people had said that maybe 50 pounds would win this thing. That was what the consensus was, and then all of a sudden you're coming in there, and all these guys that have been on before you have talked about what happened because they were fishing for second, you know, because the rumors fly across the lake, don't they?
I guess they do. I don't know. I guess maybe driving back into the arena, you know, you got that 90-mile drive. Everybody gets on Bass Fan,
right?
Or
yeah.
Bassmaster, you know, looking at the results,
mm-hmm.
and you know, so everybody kind of saw that I'd caught a big stringer that day.
Tell our listeners, Edwin, the lures that you used to win this tournament, because some of it people aren't very well aware of.
You know, the first day in my entire practice, you know, the water started at 44 degrees, really
mm-hmm.
cold. And I have a lot of confidence in a Megabass flat slap. You know, I wanted to fish a jerk bait and a 110, but the water conditions just weren't conducive because it was so muddy.
Right.
And that's when I turned to that Megabass flat slap. It's just a really subtle, tight wiggling bait, and caught some giants on it in practice. And caught that entire 14-pound stringer on it the first day. That pattern was starting to die because the water was warming up so much.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the second day I made an adjustment and ran up another river and started flipping a Zoom Z-Hog and casting a War Eagle spinnerbait around laydowns and logs and stumps and rocks, you know, just covering a lot of water. And had, you know, the biggest stringer of the second day, kind of back up in contention. And then the final day, I went to a whole other section of the lake, you know, having that wind like I did, and caught them all on a little Andes Custom E-Series finesse jig.
Golly, yeah.
It's a little 5/16 green and brown jig with a little orange in it, and it was lights out.
You know, and that particular jig is really built a little differently than most other jigs that are on the market today, too, right?
Well, it is. It's got the old brown living rubber in it.
Right.
It's something that's really dear to my heart in those clear water situations.
Yeah. And, you know, Edwin, to do well and to win one of these any tournaments, you have to make daily adjustments. And I think I heard you talking about after day one, when you were only able to weigh 4 fish, you were going to have to make adjustments. You essentially adjusted every day. How hard is that to do?
You know, it's really hard to do early in my career. Super hard to do. You know, but as my career has grown and as I've got more confident in my decisions, it's gotten a lot easier. You know, but sometimes those go the other way, and that's what you guys don't ever hear about. You know, there's a lot of times when, you know, guys get shoot off stage for coming in with one fish after having a big stack the day before, and you know, it's those same decisions that didn't go well, you know, and it happens a lot.
Exactly.
It's just every now and then we hear about it because it went good. Well,
we're talking to Edwin Evers of the Bassmaster Classic champion, and I know you've won. This is your 11th Bassmaster BASS victory, Edwin. But I've got to say this is probably the classic of classics for you. How I know you said when you got on the stage it hadn't really sunk in yet. Has it sunk in by now?
It's getting closer. You know, it's surreal. I've been so busy since I've won it, just nonstop appearances and radio shows, and just everything that's going on and happening is just amazing. But it's getting a whole lot closer. I don't ever want it to go away. It's just amazing.
Well, now, how old are you now?
I'm 40.
40 years old. To get that classic win at 40. And the trail, everybody knows. If you had to describe yourself to someone, how would you describe yourself?
I'm just a normal guy that, you know, is just fortunate enough to do something that he loves to do. You know, just a really fierce competitor.
Fierce competitor. I wanted you to say that because I know you're a competitor, even at and 40's just a pup to me, and Ron, of course. But tell me, is this going to, all these guys say it's life-changing things happen for you and this kind of things. You're going to be the same competitor, and I don't know how you do this, go from where you're going to where you fished a Classic to Florida to do this. Is this a life-changing victory for you?
You know, it's a big thing for me and my family. It's something I've always dreamed of, but I don't see it changing anything we do. I don't see it. You know, I don't see that happening. You know, I'm already pretty dadgum busy as it is.
You are that, buddy. Yeah.
Adding a little bit more to it, but no, I can assure you we're not going to change any. And we're going to be the same people go to church on Sunday mornings. And
you're going to church.
Where we sit.
Sit the same place. And Ron mentioned earlier, you got your pecan farm. We could go into all that detail again.
But we'll do that later down the line.
Yes.
But, Edwin, I know one of the things that's going to continue to motivate you to do well and to be a force to be reckoned with is your little boy, because I have to tell you, the things that he has to say to keep you going is pretty amazing.
He's a neat little guy.
Yeah, he is. He really
he's my
is.
best friend.
Because, he wants you to win every one of them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of folks know this, that Edwin's got a huge following out there, and the Classic win's not going to change him. I wanted folks to know that and everybody talks about the competitor that he is, but he's also one of the real true spokesmen for the sport.
Absolutely.
And I want to hear on Outdoors Larry. You got a lot of fans in Memphis, Tennessee. Ron Wong knows that. I know that. And but at the same time, you're a great ambassador for the sport. I can't imagine what it's like to win the Classic, but at the same time, I know it will give you platforms that you maybe never got before, and other your 10 wins or what it is, to speak about the sport.
I embrace that. I look forward to that. I look forward to that opportunity to try to grow our sport, introduce it to more people, and hopefully teach some people. Hopefully help them become better fishermen themselves. So, no, I do. I look forward to it. I look forward to all the engagements that are going to go along with this.
Well, we just appreciate you taking time to be with us. I can't imagine. We had Kevin Van Dam on 2 weeks ago in our Classic preview, a great spokesman. And look and I know Kevin's disappointed in his performance, but it won't change him. He's still going to be that same competitor, and I think you will be too with a victory. But
well, I know he will be.
Yes, great. Congratulations to you, Edwin. Thank you for taking time to be with us on Outdoor Larry Ray. We are really privileged to have you, and continued success, and we'll stay in touch. Okay, buddy?
Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Edwin.
Edwin Evers.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we're really, and, we got on the line right now. We want to kind of close out. Next week's show, of course, we're going to be next week is all turkey. You don't want to miss it.
Gobble,
I'm telling you, we're going to talk nothing
gobble,
but
gobble,
turkey.
gobble.
We have Billy Yargus, the National Wild Turkey Federation calling champion. We've got every big name you could think to be on next week's show.
Be awesome.
This is I'm fired up about that show.
I'm excited about that.
But this week it's been fishing, and we got Deborah Hinkson on with us. Deborah,
special guest.
Good morning, Deborah.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, I'm just ready to launch the boat here, and I just thought I'd go ahead and talk with you guys for a moment.
Well, thanks. We're going to close out the show with Deborah and Ron, because they're going to have their own show before long. And I know that, Deborah, your thoughts on the Classic.
Oh, my gosh. It was incredible, incredible. That's our Super Bowl once a year, to where we get to meet everybody and revisit, make new fans, see old friends and new friends, and it was really incredible.
What about Edwin's performance, Deborah?
Well, he smashed him. He smashed him. That 29 pounds he brought in on Sunday, he just blew the field away. But the expo was jam packed. Friday at launch there was about 3,000 or so people there, just watching all the competitors
That's
launch.
What I couldn't believe.
I heard 4,000 on Saturday, and I had even heard that they were filled to capacity. They even turned folks away on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, they did.
Just at the launch, early in the morning.
It's where
you guys were last Saturday when we got you, straight from
at
the launch.
Yeah.
And I know, Deborah, you were there for the whole deal. You've been there before. Tulsa's just something about it. I know the fishing was tough for 54 people, most of the, but here comes Edwin with 29 pounds.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it was like. I can't imagine what it was like for him.
Tell our listeners what happened when they announced how much he weighed at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a magical day. He absolutely, and I know this has been said time and time before, but when it's your time, your day, it's going to just happen. And he had one of those magical days.
The place erupted.
I can't imagine him bringing in there and going up on the stage. And
the arena erupted.
Yeah.
It did.
Because that's a good 2-day limit there,
Absolutely.
That's what I was thinking about, and.
Deborah, we want to get more in depth about all of this at the end of the month. We hope to have you on then.
Yeah.
And talk about.
Last Saturday of the month, we're going to get you back on, Deborah, and try to pick your mind a little bit about not only the classic.
That didn't get caught up with you. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Well, I've just been at the Classic, and I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go fishing right now. We had some bad weather come through during the week, but the weather looks great here on Saturday, and I'm going to go out fishing because tomorrow on Sunday everybody's going to lose an hour because we spring forward on the 13th.
Well, I wanted you to mention that. That's just what my most depressing thought right there, Deborah, is
I hate to lose an hour.
No, it's great to go to church and all these people are coming in at the wrong times. What happened here? They don't even have a clue. Deborah Hanks, thank you. We always appreciate talking. We're going to talk to you some more, girl. All right, have a great one. Go catch some for us, all right?
Okay, thanks. You
thanks.
too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Deborah Hanks, and we squeezed Deborah in. That's just a topper on this show, wonderfully put together by the one and only Ron.
Listen, Larry, this is a team effort. Anything that you and I do is a true team effort.
I love to talk to him, and to see Ron over there, he's moved to 4 chairs already. He's been dancing, we got to.
It's been a great show.
Hey,
and,
let's
I just want to tell everybody, practice good water safety.
There you go. We're going to be talking about that a lot here coming up next month when we talk about water safety. Got to get out of here. All right, Stuart Settles, thank you.
He's the man. He did a great job.
He did a great job, and we're going to be talking turkey next week, and Greg will be back in here. So this is Larry Ray reminding you each and every week, doesn't cost an extra support. Doesn't cost an extra. See it to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.